I'll thank you for being here, and I'll thank those who are joining us on the stream as well, however many or few there may be. It'd be helpful for me if we could get some kind of a rotating display in here, that would tell me exactly how many people are streaming me at any given time. But lacking as we do in that. So I think what we'll do tonight will probably be a fairly short take on a Kabbalat Shabbat service, and I'll make sure that we have an opportunity to mention all the names of those we remember this week. Let's see. In addition to that, I was unsure whether I'd be making... I think it's all right. I think we'll hear them. Yeah, we should hear them. And I wasn't sure whether I'd be making Kiddush for anyone tonight or not. So if you're planning to make Kiddush at home, I won't. If you're not planning to make Kiddush at home, I will. So, okay, understood. So we'll get started on page 10 with Yedid Nefesh, and we'll go through a few of our selections. Here as well. Page 10. Yedid nefesh av harachaman mishoch avdach el retzonach yarutz avdach kamo ayal yishtachave mul hadarach ki yerav lo yedidutach minofet tzuf vechol tam Adonai ziv haolam nafshi cholat avatach Ana el na'rafana lah beharot lah noam zivach אז תתחזק ותתרפא והייתה לך שפחת עולם ותקיימו רחמך בחוסנה בין אוהבך כי זה כמה נחשף לראות תפארת עוזך עני לי מחמד ליבי חושנה ואל תתעלם יגלנה ופרוס חביב עלי את סוכת שלומך תאיר ארץ מכבודך נגילה ונשמחה בך מהר אהוב כי במועד וכונני כי מעולם. We'll, sure. Would I go home? I wasn't planning to immediately go home. I was going to recite a few prayers, read the list of names for who we're remembering, and then offer a meditation in lieu of Kaddish, and then I would go home. But right, that's what. Yeah. So there might be some people who are tuning in, and. Yeah, and we do tell people that we make a point of mentioning names, and so if somebody tunes in tonight instead of tuning in tomorrow, I want to make sure they'll hear the names of their loved ones. Yeah. So I'll tell you what. Let's move to page 13, and This is, we'll do this melody that we often do for this one. For Psalm 96, we'll read pages 13 and 14. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים הידע, כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו. שאו מנחה ובואו לחצרותיו, וידי השתחוו לאדוני בהר הקודש, חילו מפניו כל הארץ. אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, אף תיכון תבל בל תימות. ידין עמים במישרים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו. אז ירננו כל עצי יער לפני אדוני, כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק ועמים באמונתו. Going through my short version of things, we'll move to page 21. We'll read Psalm 29. We'll sing this one together, and we'll follow that with L'Chadodi in our last Psalms to welcome Shabbat. Page 21. Mismar leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et arzei halvanon, Vayarkidem kmo egel Levanon, Vesirion kmo ben re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzev lahavot eish, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh. Kol Adonai yacholel ayalot, vayechsof ye'arot, uvehechalo kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. We'll continue on page 23 with Lecha Dodi, page 23. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קום מצאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קרבה אל נפשי גלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. See, we're doing this one. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי בך, יחסו עניי עמי ונבנתה עיר אל תילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מלבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהיך, כמסוס חתן על כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תעריצי, על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Psalm 92, page 27. We'll read this one individually, except for the last few lines on page 27, 28. Mizmor shili yom hashavat tov l'Adonai. Ki hinei ha'elecha. Tzadik katamar yifrach, כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בשיבה דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולה תבוא. On page 29, Psalm 93, we'll read this one responsively. Let's see. Actually, Jeremy, could you read for us? At the top.
Adonai is sovereign, robed in splendor, girded in strength. Yours stand firm, not to be dislodged. From earliest time you are enthroned, you are eternal.
The rivers rise up, Adonai. The rivers raise up their roar. The rivers raise up their waves. Above the roar of the vast sea and the majestic breakers of the ocean, Adonai stands supreme in the heavens.
Your house, beautiful in its holiness, your testimonies endure, Adonai.
For all time. Thank you. Let's see. We will turn here to page 30, which includes a prayer in place of the Mourner's Kaddish. As we turn to the part of our service where we would recite Kaddish in the presence of a minyan, I want to note that this week we are remembering the Yortzites of William Fisher, Ruth M. Brown, Shelley Brenner, Kenneth Goldstein, Jules Weiss, Jack Maines, David Gallen, Robert M. Stern, Frederick Howard Kritzer, Louis H. Karp, Sidney Glassman, Victor M. Levy, and Sarah Galler. We think as well at this time of those we've lost in the last year, among whom are Abe Ogman, Russell Mason, Judy Kell, Jerry Schockler, Eddie Sakes, Mary Jane Harry, Herschel Ostroff, Francis Rothschild, Herb Ash, Ron Savage, Isaac Rethy, Ben Scott, Michael Pasternak, Valerie Binderman Zimba, and Ruth Winger. Is there anyone that you're thinking of in addition to these who you'd like me to add? A prayer in place of Mourner's Kaddish, which in this case I'll be reciting for my father, is on page 30. And I'll invite you to respond where it says all who are present respond, and then together down at the bottom. So it's the last two pieces there on the left-hand margin on page 30. I'll start, and you'll respond with the response there at the bottom. Ribono shel olam, Elohei aruchot l'chol basar, Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor my beloved father, Ben Scott, by reciting the Mourner's Kaddish in the company of a minyan. May my presence here today with my community find favor in your eyes and be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed the Kaddish. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth, and may peace reign everywhere. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imro. Amen. We'll move to, I guess we'll move to conclude. I say it's a little Torah. Yeah, I know. I was expecting the service to do all the work for me.
Practice tomorrow's service.
It's true. Yeah, I know. Well, see, then the people on the stream, they'll get a sneak preview. I will say I like the. I was thinking about the teaching this week that they're basically you probably heard it before, the two angels that follow you home from the synagogue on Shabbat, right? The good angel and the not so good angel. And if you come home, you walk in the door, and everything is orderly, and everything is as it should be, and Shabbat is ready to go. Then the good angel says, may it be like this every week, and the evil angel has to respond, Amen, because it doesn't have a choice. And then if you come home and everything's disordered, and there's food everywhere, and the kids are fighting, and everything's nothing's ready, and the evil angel says, may it be like this every week, and the good angel's supposed to respond, Amen, because again, he has no choice. It has no choice. What I like about that story is I feel like it forgets that it's helpful in telling us there are these forces that surround us and sometimes feels like either want us to succeed or don't want us to succeed, and it almost feels like random chance as to which gets the upper hand on any given day. But I think in a lot of ways, when I think about a good angel and an evil angel, to me it always puts me in mind of the good inclination, the evil inclination, Yetzer HaTov, Yetzer Hara, and the ability to look on the bright side and see the beauty and see the joy. Your Shabbos table is not always going to be orderly. Things are not always going to be the way they're supposed to be. But if you can walk into that room and feel Shabbat and feel the rest and feel the presence, of something greater than yourself, and being able to dissolve into that, to me that's the good angel saying, hey, this is all right. Let it be like this every week. But if it's struggle, if it's frantic, if it's crazy, if it's awful, that's that evil angel saying, hey, this is how it's going to be. And we as individuals sort of make a choice as to which one we're going to listen to. But what about the wife? I think that story also forgets something, is that there are people around us, there are other individuals, our lives are bigger than just ourselves. I always think that the rabbis are happy to tell these stories, these tales, imagine these scenarios where, a man is the star player. But of course, the reality they were dealing with was it was his wife, it was his kids, it was his family, it was his house. There were a lot of other factors into whether things were going to be good, things were going to be positive when he walked into that door. So, let's not forget the importance of those relationships, the people we surround ourselves with as well. So perspective is a big part of it, but good relationships are a big part too. That's a little wisdom I'll leave you with, if there's something to be gleaned from that. I'll make Kiddush before we leave so that someone's made Kiddush. To tell you the truth, I don't want to put it off until after davening a full service, so I'll go ahead and I'll do that. That's right. I've got it. I already got it. We will be, actually, I guess we'll be on page 76. And I'll invite you to stand for Kiddush, page 76. Yom HaShishi, Vaychulu HaShamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzavam, Vaychalaluim bayom HaShavi melachto asher asa, Vayishbot bayom HaShavi mikol melachto asher asa, Vayvarech Elohim et yom HaShavi v'yikadesho oto kivo shavat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho le'ahava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim Tivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch ata Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat. This is the peachy stuff. I thought it tasted a little. I said, that's the stuff with peach. It's grape and peach. Mostly grape, but a little hint of peach. Well, I'll conclude there. We'll conclude there. Shabbat shalom. And I hope you enjoy a restful Shabbat. One, hopefully one of order and orderliness, as well as good perspectives and good relationships. Thanks for being here.
Well, I wanted to be here because I knew that those children, I don't know if they do, respect kind of thing, And he didn't die on this week's date, anyhow, because on the Norman calendar, it's not the same. So, I don't know what the schedule is.
Okay.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Have a safe trip home. Do you need a ride?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
You gonna walk it?
Yeah, I'll. Thank you, though.